Welcome to the Hermitcraft recap. My name is Pixelriffs, our writer is LoyXP. Captions on this video were provided by Liara. As 2024 comes to a close, so does the case of XP Crafted vs Mumbo Jumbo, as Tall Claims Court finally convenes to resolve the dispute over the noisy iron shop. We also get to enjoy the continuing festive cheer brought by Secret Santa. Even more so now we can presume everyone on the server has received their gifts, so we're not spoiling anything by talking about them here. We're getting ready for the new year, in which more permits will surely be distributed, more pranks performed, more minigames can and will be obsessed over, and there will be lots more for us to recap.
You really threw my defense out there.
Sorry, I'm sorry!
So before we all start chanting numbers and the ball drops for the 2024 time, let's take a look at all the events and mishaps that occurred on the Hermitcraft server this week.
Yeah, I looked through my skins and this was the poshest outfit I had.
Starting with Joe Hills, whose Secret Santa activities are more like discreet Santa, because on the one hand he does build a giraffe, but on the other he builds it inside a mountain.
To find your Secret Santa gift, though, we have to wonder, how low can you go?
Joe drew Grian in the traditional festive round-robin gifting and figured he'd tap Skiz for inspiration, bringing together two of the server's most diabolical lateral thinkers. A lateral move it was, because Joe ends up rebuilding a limbo-dancing giraffe originally built by Skiz in a guess-to-build video, equipping it with a shulker box full of single-diamond vouchers for use in the shopping district.
I have been wanting to prank him and put that exact model somewhere in his base just to horrify him.
I think this is giving me a lot to work with, Skiz. Thank you so much.
Joe returns to Holmdale to find a more conventionally wrapped gift waiting from Jevin, including not just a whole rack of excavation equipment, but the diamonds to buy the relevant enchantments once Zombie Cleo restocks the bookshop.
That is more diamonds than I left Grian. But, wow.
Skizzleman too receives an unexpected present, though the Silk Touch shovel Zombie Cleo gifts him is not because of the Secret Santa, it's just a case of, Skiz, please just get a Silk Touch shovel.
Yeah.
You're so wonderful, Cleabert. Thank you.
I'm great.
I'm such a charity case. That's what's happening, and I know it too.
Cleo's actual government-assigned victim is Rendog, who this season has been famously space-pilled and cyberpunked. To that end, Zombie Cleo puts it upon themselves to populate his base with technological marvels, such as gardener hoverbots, a robotic dog, and this one whose whole purpose seems to be to pass butter.
Cool. And then now Ren's going to be away like a loser for weeks.
Who goes on vacation? Like, come on.
Who goes on vacation? Who goes to see their family for Christmas?
Oh my god.
The armor stand-powered wonders fit right in alongside the Gigacorp colours, but while at it, Cleo also takes a detour to XP Crafted's monument base to give his massive statue of himself a more epic pose.
It's at the point of shooting at Corrales, which I think, just look at how good XP is. Look.
The power of the armor stand mod they have running on the server is only highlighted when a Zuma Void starts to go even harder on the armor stands under spawn and starts animating them using save states preserved in written books. This is a feature of the datapack add-on that Tango Tech got a lot of use out of for the Hungry Hermits game, where the lowering of the guest's head indicated their patience running out. Azuma, in the meantime, will be using it to bring some life to the stats hall under the spawn map that we've failed to mention up until now.
As you know, I've been plugging away at these, and around the corner here, I've got a new one with Zedaf as a placeholder. Did you see it? Look, it's moving!
The hall is there to commemorate Hermit's high scores, be it the minigame records or just very impressive blocks mined numbers. But to make the data archive a little bit more festive, Azuma has decided to illustrate each category with an armor stand diorama, and now they move. The redstone mechanization continues as X sets off to assemble a production line leading out of his resin farm that can auto-craft bulk quantities of anything craftable with the resin.
If you've understood all of my explanations so far, then this last bit should be pretty simple to understand.
Though while his underground factory grows, the bulk storage facility up top has gotten rapidly unusable thanks to insistent Jevin interference.
It kind of just depends. Like, I have some plans I don't want to ruin. I don't want to, reveal all the secrets like right now. That wouldn't be any fun.
In revenge for a recent prank, Santa Jevin has broken his charitable streak to deliver Azuma all the packaging with none of the coal. With a wide range of boxing material, Jevin fills the sorting room of the base with gift wrappers, some still containing water sources to help the coral fan bows. And just to drive home the seasonal theme, also buries one of the lower rooms completely in snow.
Now, because, X is such a huge huge lover of Christmas, so I figured you would really enjoy the snow.
This might seem like too much until you remember that Azuma planted 100 hidden creaking hearts below the ground in the Jevin forest. The rest of his presents are much nicer since iJevin has in fact researched what the server mates would like in their stockings, and he too is stocked to deliver 1 or 2 shulker boxes of helpful materials to the people who made his year awesome. But then Cubfan could only get a Scar voucher for a boss mob delivery, so in a way, Cub got a store gift card for Christmas.
I have no idea what to get him.
The tough gifter.
Oh my god, yes.
I think he wanted to hire me to get a mob. You could give him a free coupon for the mob boss shop.
I'm honestly at this point, I am fine with that.
Cub himself is not tasked with Santa Clausing the whole server, so he can focus his holiday beam attack on just one person, Keralis. Being a mechanizator at heart, he takes a hammer to the tropical base and tweaks what's already there to where it actually functions. The simplest example is that he fills Keralis' fishing nets with actual fish, and the other fishing net with actual fishermen.
So, Grinch Who Stole Christmas, there we go. Krampus, there we go.
There is of course the additional fireworking whenever the owner will pass by this one pier, and finally Cub brings Keralis the wonderful gift of goat horns that have nostalgic Keralis voice lines, for all the time he feels like not saying that stuff with his own mouth. For those wondering, no, this is a robbery, doesn't make the cut. You could say we've been robbed.
This Secret Santa is now a robbery.
We'll take a closer look at the crimes of Hermitcraft later in this video, but as for Hermitcraft punishments, False Symmetry eagerly helps make Doc M's time in the Sky Prison a little bit more entertaining. Having a spare creaking heart, she hides one in his Skyblock base, only to be herself jump scared by the goat wearing the maid outfit. More on that one later.
Yeah. I thought you did something new to the place. It was very nice.
Yeah, I did. Look, I got a Christmas tree now. Oh my god, kill it before it kills me.
Why?
So yes, you can safely assume False is taking the Krampus route about her own Secret Santa mission, and now on her behalf, Impulse SV will be visited by the spirits of Treesmas past. Outside of spamming the roof of the abandoned apartment building with wooden hearts, False rigs some noisemakers for bothering the locals during the day, and also hangs garlands of foliage over the roof's perimeter, so the trunk monsters don't look too out of place.
Well, I guess it's not going to be only the Creakings that live here. Hi, fella. How you doing? I could hear you. I could hear you while I was working on the other side.
But here's something that will stick out like a sore thumb. This segment in Joel Smallish Beans' video where BOO invites him to check out his new horse shed, and then they do.
Come in here, stupid! Come on!
I'll help. There you go.
Okay, thank you.
This little pal around transforms into Hitchcockian terror if you've seen us last week and know that the entire time there is a bomb under the shed that BOO's waiting for Joel to activate by hurting one of his horses. But since Joel is not in the business of actually killing people's pets, this time you can safely remove the blood from bloodshed. And for safer pleasantries, here's a clip of Joel showing his mural of his giant sea goddess wife to his giant sea goddess wife.
Whoa, my space buns!
Your space buns.
I can see, if I squint really hard, I can see it so clearly.
And finally there's XP Crafted, Doc M, Mumbo Jumbo and Vintage Beef, because the latest episode of Tall Claims Court was such a big deal that it's got us writing and finally about halfway through the script. At the heart of this case, XP Crafted is suing Mumbo for driving customers away from the half food store with the noise and localized pollution created by the nearby iron shop. To further complicate matters, when Mumbo was confronted about this originally, his response was to throw a brick through the shop window and install a bunch of noisy redstone contraptions on the roof. And while XB, with Doc M as his lawyer, has been building this case for months, Mumbo is going in without a plan, but with Good Times with Scar, who is also going in without a plan.
I call, come to the stand.
I don't know what I'm doing. I just called him.
All right.
The theatrical side of Tall Claims Court comes out immediately when the introductory firework display kills Joe Hills, but it turns out that even death will not save you from jury duty. In a surprise twist, Judge BOO appoints the audience of unbiased hermits as the jury, and Zombie Cleo is also there.
Still my
Objection, that's really personal and mean.
You can't object? You're the defendant. You can't object. Your lawyer has to object.
I don't know.
That's a strike.
Object for me.
Doc M, as counsel for the prosecution, exercises lightning wit as Good Times with Scar tries to make the defense that thumb-shifting Mumbo lacks the dexterity to throw a brick through a window.
I only have one question for you, Mumbo.
Mm-hmm.
Can you toss me a golden carrot, please?
Of course. All right, hang on. Does that not prove that people are still willing to shop at XB Crafted shop? Even me.
No, it proves that you're
No,
totally perfectly capable of throwing something in Minecraft. You actually threw it perfectly.
But when expert witness Cub Fan takes the stand under oath, Doc can't resist asking him point blank if he's the ore snatcher, which Cub denies, and that doesn't leave Doc in the favor of the judge. In fact, after Ijevin's testimony, Doc and Vintage Beef are called forward to test one of the courtroom's new additions, a more immediate form of sentencing.
All right, I could give you a strike right now, but instead, I've been dying to do this.
Doc also punches Mumbo into this pit, which is about the most literal taking the law into your own hands can get. The proceedings get a little messy, with strikes being awarded on both sides, BOO pointing out XP Crafted has been dealing him prismarine under the table, Doc making his closing statement once again about the ore snatcher, and that awkward moment when everyone realizes they turned up to the party dressed in the same outfit.
And then this is it.
It's the same exact thing.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Oh my god, he is. Are you on the carpet?
But Judge BOO delivers his final verdict. Mumbo must act as the server's butler to learn some manners and dignity. XP Crafted must pay Mumbo's legal fees, and Doc M is once again sentenced to 24 hours of Skyblock.
24 hours again in the skyblock.
What? This is ridiculous! Why?
In the aftermath, XP Crafted and Vintage Beef meet up to repair both the half food store and the shop's reputation, dropping the golden carrot prices and agreeing to just ask Butler Mumbo to buttle away the mess from the iron shop. Which leaves XB free to distribute some more prismarine, to Pearl as her secret Santa, to himself in the form of conduits for his underwater base expansion, and to Good Times with Scar as the sum of his legal fees. Although given that Scar only asked for 5 shulkers of dark prismarine, and didn't leave any fine print to clarify full stacks or even dark prismarine blocks, we suspect XP Crafted may be getting the last laugh after all. And that's about it for this year's recap. Our writer is LoyXP and my name is Pixel Riffs. Captions on this video were provided by Liara. From all of us here at the Recap, Happy New Year! Here's to more Recap coming to you in 2025. Make sure to leave a like while you're still here and subscribe so you won't miss future recaps. Thanks for watching and we'll see you next week.